Overcrowding and poor sanitation led to debates on London streets.
Between 1821 and 1871, London's population doubled from 1.6 to 3.2 million, and it reached 8.6 million by 1939. The population increase meant that new citywide authorities were established to tackle social and welfare problems, but diseases such as cholera still killed many people. With industrialisation, new communications, the introduction of railways and continued increasing growth, London was becoming the heart of the most powerful nation in the world. And the Great Exhibition of 1851 highlighted this. Sometimes referred to as the Crystal Palace Exhibition, it was an internal exhibition that took place in London from the 1st of May to the 11th of October 1851. Housed within a building that was constructed entirely of cast iron and plate glass, it was the first in a series of world fairs with exhibitions of culture and industry that became popular in the 19th century. After the exhibition, the building was relocated in South London on Penge Common, where it remained until it was destroyed by fire in 1936. By the late Victorian period, suburbs around London were built and became home to new working and middle classes, whereas the very poorest and the richest remained in the centre of London.
As we tour this part of the museum, we have images which are taken from the Suffragettes Fellowship collection. The suffragette movement was one of the most important lobbying organisations in history. Their fight for the right for women to vote highlighted the divide between the sexes that had existed for generations. The suffragette campaign had a huge impact on Edwardian society. The suffragettes were members of the Women's Social and Political Union, the WSPU, which was founded in 1903 by the Pankhurst family. Women had been campaigning peacefully since 1860, principally led by Mrs Fawcett. The WSPU, led by the Pankhursts, adopted more militant methods with the slogan, "Deeds, not words." Women were finally granted the vote in 1918. Also on display, there is one of London's iconic symbols, the red telephone box. These were designed by Sir Giles Gilbert Scott in 1923. His influence for the design came from the renowned architect Sir John Soane 100 years earlier. He was most noted for designing the Bank of England and the dining room at 10 Downing Street. At St Pancras Old Church in King's Cross stands the Soane family tomb, designed by Sir John Soane himself and actually resembles a London telephone box. The colour red was to make them easy to spot, and by 1926 onwards the fascia of the kiosk was emblazoned with a prominent crown representing the British government. The red phone boxes are often seen as a British cultural icon and are still present in London today. London was heavily affected during the First World War, with food shortages and aerial bombs. But it was during the period between the First and Second World Wars that London slowly became the more modern city that we know today.